My Gavan and Melonin, and well met indeed. I'm Arakir Galadurthan, head of the modding team behind Divide and Conquer. Welcome back to Divide and Conquer as we continue on as Dol Amroth. Now, I've saved you a loading screen. I know many people don't like starting on the battle map, but here we are. Anyway. And we are fighting against Khand, one of the last armies that we've got on our side of the river at the moment, but of course the endless tide of Khand will keep coming. We are aided today with reinforcements from the town of Linhir. But also Gondor are present on the battlefield today. But we're going to learn from our mistakes, which is something that on this channel is not something you see very often. And what we are going to do is corral our enemy and kind of force them into crossing the bridge. We're not just going to dumbly stand in front of it and take their shots. Right, yes. So we are going to stand on this side, get them to cross the bridge, and then maneuver to try and hit them, which will be a challenge because then we've got to cover this ground as quickly as we can. Sorry, I just ran up the stairs. I'm doing much better with my running, actually. This COVID-19 pandemic forcing us all to be indoors. I used to be able to run for about, I don't know, maybe 5 to 10 minutes with numerous walking breaks. And now I can run for 25 minutes straight, which, granted, is nothing compared to people that can run marathons and whatnot. But it's fascinating to see how quickly your body does actually adapt and just start dealing with the problems that you present to it. Got to crack the 30 minutes though, but I'm struggling with that. I have such weak ankles and knees from my time playing football. I have sprained my ankle so many times, and now I am paying the price for that. And my knees are just absolutely shot to buggery. Not that it matters all that much, but whilst we wait for the enemy to come, I don't have any cartilage on the right-hand side of my knee. It went when I was very, very young indeed. That was the first time I ever had an MRI. Only to discover, as I say, that there's no cartilage in my knee. So essentially, the joint in your knee where the bone rubs against bone is softened and dampened by cartilage. It acts as a sort of protective wall to allow your joints to act properly. And in one of my knees, there isn't any. So it's filled instead with a liquid that replaces that, which makes my knee basically just very susceptible to aching almost as soon as I use it to do anything. I'm also therefore very unable to kneel. I can't kneel, and I can't cross my legs either, so I can't sit down and cross my legs. It's always been a real pain in the neck. Anyway, ignoring that, the enemy has gone to kill Gondor's reinforcement that's come from behind. Now, the army that came from behind is just 35 Blackroot Vale archers. But we attacked them, and the battle timer is ticking away already, so we can't just wait. But, no, they're turning around. They are turning around. Sorry, excuse me. It's early in the morning, and I did not sleep very well last night at all. And I feel quite unwell today, to be honest. But not unwell as in, like, debilitated, just feel a bit meh. But I wanted at the recording. I don't like missing the schedule now that we've got it sorted. Anyway, why am I doing this at ×1? Let's speed it up. Stop just rambling on. No, don't go in. Don't go in. Our hand is forced. Right, okay. He's gone in. Let's just move everyone forward for now, then try and react as quickly as we can. You guys, I'm not too concerned about you, to be honest. You're low in number and you'll end up just dying. So if you hang back, everyone else, I think we are probably going to have to just run across, actually. How long will our ally keep them pinned? Although this is Gondor, remember, so we're not too concerned. Is that... I know that's more of a cav. Well, let's get the pikes across first. I don't really want to sprint, because our ally doesn't have very many forces. And he's already running away. Steppe tribesmen are moving in. No, they are going to come for us. Right, get the pikes forward. Go, 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 go. You're the only one here. You go. Oh, he's sending his light infantry across. Go like that. Archers then, go wide. Come and stand down there. Guardsmen. We'll maneuver and we'll position, and then if need be, we will cross the bridge. I don't think the need will arise. No, we'll move you back with Adrian. Come back here. You guys go wide as well. And you can fill that slot there. And then we've got some cavalry. Pull that back. And I think that's everyone accounted for. Who are you? Ah, no, look, we got you as well. Gondor Militia! Come and stand out the way, you're in the way of Mistfin's forces there. So the steppe tribesmen over there, they're just standing still. The enemy has taken a lot of losses actually. Gondor is doing very well. But I don't want to cross that bridge just yet. Are their Black Root Vale still fighting on? No, they are. They didn't actually go for them. Ah, they look so good. I really like that model. I know I've said that many times, but I really like that model. Oh, something I should have mentioned. I was going to mention at the beginning, but then I got sidetracked because that delivery came. Is that I've now completed the Warhammer playthrough, and all episodes to the end are now up in the playlist. So yesterday, I posted episode 21, I think. I made that public, but up until episode 27, which is the final episode, are all unlisted in the playlist. So if you're interested in watching those, they'll be there. And what I will probably do, rather than upload 4 at a time now, because I gathered that must be really annoying, particularly if you've got the bell notification set on, which I don't recommend. I don't put on the bell on for anything. Can you imagine getting a notification every single time someone posts a video? I prefer to just browse through my subscriptions and see if there's anything I fancy watching. But you do you. But anyway, I won't post 4 videos in one go anymore, but I will slowly publish each of the unlisted videos, I am afraid, over the coming days. So whenever there's a gap in the recording schedule, I will just post one of those unlisted. But there's only 6 more to go, so you've only got 6 more days of getting notified that there's a Warhammer video. But it is, as I say, completed. And I won! So, haha! Huzzah! To all those who thought I might not.
Only half the enemy force remains.
I don't mean that maliciously. I mean it more out of surprise, to be honest. Right, so we're in the situation we didn't want to get into, except this time the enemy's archer battalions are greatly reduced, and there's only 67 steppe archers, and there's some Candish hunters behind, and Candish raiders, and that's it. So this time I'm thinking if we offer up our archers as a sacrifice, which is what we are doing, and let them just waste their arrows on one archer battalion, because remember, archers are dirt cheap for Dol Amroth now, so we're not all that concerned. So offer up our archers to be the ones that they shoot at, if we can. Although nope, by moving them away, they've now changed and they're hitting the pikes. But there's only 1 or 2 units left firing, actually. So we're just going to wait until they fired all their arrows. Oh no, we've got to attack them, haven't we? Oh, why am I doing that? No, just get across the bridge. Of course, they have no reason to come at us. We've got to go at them. And our army, I mean the pikemen alone will probably win on the other side of the bridge. Gondor has done really well.
Allies have fled the field like cowards.
This is an absolutely excellent example of how Khan's forces are so garbage trash that even a ragtag minor army from Gondor that isn't even at full strength is able to bring them down. And it's shown that very, very well. Our 2 allied generals are down though. The enemy general is in the fight here somewhere. But there's really hardly anything left. There are some steppe archers still firing. They've got a few more arrows. Because, of course, when they drop in number, they pick up the arrows of their dead comrades. So they fire for longer. Our pikemen are doing well. They're going to take the brunt of the damage. But that's alright. We want the pikes across first because the enemy's predominantly cavalry.
The enemy general lies dead.
And the enemy cavalry will die very quickly to our pike lines. Right, just keep pressing, keep pressing.
Commanders.
Guardsmen, let's get you involved. We're going to need the cavalry across though, actually, because we've got archers to chase down. And they won't just stand there and let us shoot them. Right, go and hit those Candish hunters. They should break as soon as you hit them.
Behold
Yes.
how our cowardly foe runs.
Capture a few.
It's time to press the attack.
See, that's much better. I really don't understand why they took that away. This time, I know there's 9%, there's 8% of the enemy left. In Warhammer 2, and apologies for always harkening back to it, but it's the first time I've ever played a game to completion in Warhammer 2. I came close with Elithanar, but Eltharin's the first one I've actually won. 144 kills Amrothian pikemen and 143 Amrothian pikemen. But in Warhammer, as soon as the enemy routs, as soon as the battle is over, because every enemy is running away, the number drops to 0. The game just tells you that all of the enemy is dead, but it isn't. And many's the time you do want to chase them down and capture them. It's such a bizarre design choice. Why would anyone want to not know how many troops are actually left? I want to capture as many as I blooming well can. Anyway, do excuse the little ranter there. I'm quite disappointed that this isn't Dol Amroth without the barracks event, I must confess. When I was hovering around the map a moment ago, I was thinking, should I just start again so that we can get the barracks event in here? The barracks event removal in here. But anyway, of course, we are fighting off Khans. Harad are coming through Khans, so we can't hope to beat them that way. Something that I am considering, but then I don't know if we can split our forces. We make 2,000 gold coins with that army. We've got a unit about to be trained over here in Methrast. Sorry, I'm coughing so much. And you're just hearing the little click of my microphone going on and off. I should absolutely have had breakfast and a drink first. And I foolishly didn't. I've gone in blind. The problem is Khand is easy to deal with and Harad isn't. And we want to get Harad down ideally before they start really, really snowballing. Obviously, they've had about 20 turns of peace, I think, where they've not had to do anything. But we can hold Khand at Lin here quite easily with a small army of pikemen and archers. And then I was thinking we could sail to Harad. We have complete naval superiority now. Harad do not get ships as good as Dol Amroth do, so there's no threat from the sea anymore.
Ships ready.
He's going off to blockade that port, isn't he? I just don't really know. Anyway, we're ending turn at the moment. We've got a spy in Lin here, so let's send him out.
Well met, noble.
You were going to go to Tharagrondos, weren't you? That was your purpose.
I shall continue.
Yeah, off you head. Alright, Nimel end the turn. So I'm in two minds. I don't know the best course of action. My gut tells me to attack Harad. It really does, because Khand are just not a threat. Even in the late game, Khand won't best Dol Amroth, whereas Harad, if we can let them get late game armies out, it would be a much harder fight. Ideally, we want to sail to somewhere like Umbar and just cut Harad's access to those high locations off. Although remember, of course, Khaldun or Ardamir, I can't remember which one it is, but the town to the east of Umbar is held by the Ardanaim. And so once we border them, they will attack. So actually, my head tells me to don't attack Khand, and we'll just hold them at this bridge and send an army to Gobel Mirlond, an army of some size. Edoras has fallen, and the Rohirrim have arisen to fight back. Lynn here wants a Royal Swordsmith Guild. I can't afford it, but you can take it if you like. Orthanc are doing well. So Rohan's about to die. And then, even though they're about to die, they've declared war on Dogaldor. To be honest, my gut does tell me to attack Harad, because obviously Harad have these regions here, and that's their capital. We could sail to Finabel and sack that, and then try and loop around. But then we'll have Khand attacking us down here. That's the problem. That's why sailing down to somewhere like Umbar is better, because then we're far away from Khand. We don't then have to deal with Khand's insurrections. We can hold Khand at the bridge.
Your will, my lord.
I think that is what I'm going to do. So we need to prepare an army that can hold the bridge, to be honest. Lynn here, what tier of barracks have you got? Oh, you're very close to being able to upgrade to the large town, actually, which is good. Because then you can get the next tier of barracks, can't you? Yes, you need a large town for that one. But then we've got troops that we can funnel in from over there. Yeah, so what we will do is Mistvan will stay behind, because he is our faction heir and also good on a bridge. We want to leave, we'll leave Mistvan and Durthor, so there's some cavalry. So Mistvan, Durthor, take the pikes and the archers. There's only one pike unit survived at that. Alright, take the guardsmen as well then. And you go and stand in Lynn here for now. Adrahil, you come back and form up with an army. And
Mariners of the fleet!
Let's turn that into a normal ship. I'm just wondering if we send the Ersul off on its own to do the blockading, because we haven't really got any enemies to face out here anymore, have we? And then if you come back, or you can go to Dol Amroth and retrain, actually, can you? Speaking of, right, we'll get you in that fort. We'll build an army and we will head down. So we need an army that's good. We can't just get crappy troops. Look, we get Tirathai Wardens. They take 15 turns, of course, they bloody do. And we've got all the fiefdom units we could build as well, but we can't because, of course, I've not written that down. I moaned about that a while ago, didn't I? And I've not written that down. Barracks should give units on turn 1. Barracks should give units. I want to go through and make sure that every new tier of barracks does give you their unit instantly. unless there is severe balance concerns where we really don't. Because there are a couple of barracks dotted around the world where we deliberately delayed the coming of the units that they give you, and we did that on purpose because otherwise there were certain events where you would get really late game troops out really quickly, much quicker than other nations. Oh, I didn't realise I wasn't retraining those Haven Guard. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, you can get a barracks, but you're 6 turns until your mining network's done. Oh, that's good. That'll give us more money. And when he goes in that fort for a few turns. Right, let's send the spy and end the turn again. Gonna have to manually move the spy. He's gonna. This is Gondor's highway. This is where they spend all their time running backwards and forwards. Gondor, have you allied with Enid Wythe? No, you've not. Where's our diplomat?
My lord. My lord.
He's in the Brownlands. Let's try and coerce an alliance with Enid Wythe out of them. Let's cheap move him because I'm CBA to move him all the way over there. Oh no, I've got to actually press the console first, haven't you? Idiota. Show cursor stats. Move character. What's your name, old friend? Oh, I can't remember. I might have a mission with him actually. This is where I was heading up to Dol Amroth to sell them my map information, wasn't I? But this is more important, I think. Let's hope there's no one there, and you can stand on there. Yes, you can. Perfect. Oh dear, Isengard, hold it. Oh damn. Trade rights. No, you don't want to do that. I'll give you my map information. How many regions do we have? It's only about 4, isn't it? So we might get 1,000. Dol Amroth, Etheland, Methras, Lynn here. You might, yeah, I think we should get 1,000. And we're getting trade rights out of them as well. So let's call it 500 and see if we can finagle. Ah, damn. No.
Something else you'd like to suggest?
Right, so first thing, let's just give them a gift to sweeten the deal so they don't hate me.
You have
And then
another proposal then?
we'll drop it down to 1,000. Yes.
Be thankful we accept.
So we only got 900 in the end.
Your order.
So that would suggest to me, Isengard, are you at war with Enid Wythe? Yes, you are. That means Enid Wythe are dead. I mean, Isengard are definitely going to be coming through. So, diplomat, sorry, if you could head round to Gund, find out who owns that, because we haven't got sight range over there.
Continue tomorrow.
But tell me who owns Gund. If Enid Wythe are dead, Mordor, Isengard will attack Gondor. They always do. Anyway, in the turn. Damn! I was hoping we'd have a solid bastion in the west. No, of course, Isengard are doing well. They're defeating Rohan. Which means they're inevitably gonna win their little tasks. And Enid Wythe is no match for Isengard. Absolutely no match. I do see quite a few people actually call for Enid Wythe to be made stronger. But there has to be certain factions that are weaker. We just can't have all the factions to be like clones of one another. The one thing that I see the most with Enid Wythe is please give them a stronger late game unit. Please, please, please. It's like, I think you've wholly missed the point of playing as Enid Wythe. If you're interested in late game strong units, don't play as Enid Wythe. If, however, you're interested in sort of sneaky ambush tactics for the entire campaign. Oh, come off it!
We should man the
Our plans are scuppered.
Mariners of the fleet!
Can you not
Because we're not as good as the damned Ardenaim Navy, and they still have superiority in the oceans. I really want to be able to retrain those. It's annoying me that I can't. We can get a Royal Swan Guard to go with Adrian, though. It's something that we could do if we wanted. Otherwise, we don't. We want to try and get as much upkeep as we can, actually. So send the cavalry back into that fort over there. Our devastation's dropping, which helps. Lynn has been able to train and retrain. Oh, no, are you retraining because of the arms, the guild I've just built? There you are, aren't you? I really could do with money. I don't need anything from Lynn here. You're building money already. You're building the barracks, so you're going to get there. That's good. And then you would probably get that building on the next turn then. That barracks only has 1 turn, doesn't it? Yeah. If Thelen's got 2, that's all right. So Lynn here, how much money will we have? 7,000. Oh, wow, with that army away. So you can choose to build something. To be honest, I'd rather go for a Master Mason tool and get that built now, early doors. Oh, we could give you growth. No, we'll go for growth. It doesn't. It gives a bit of money as well. And we get farmhand pikemen. Well, the farmhand pikemen are better than nothing, aren't they, actually? Especially on a bridge. Speaking of being on a bridge, your Gondor... No, I don't want to take Gondor militia to Umbar. We need to hold the line. We need troops that are actually going to do stuff. Those Amrothian squires can come with us, actually. You don't need those in a bridge battle. And then otherwise, that's a pretty... If we could swap some of your units out for a few more archers, which are training as we speak, then that's actually not a bad little bridge garrison. It's just those 2 Gondor militia. They're not really doing anything, are they? But then you might as well hold on to them. We don't want to move out to the fort and get our troops trapped, so you're going to have to just pay for that upkeep. We really want to upgrade this town so that we can get the next tier of the town hall and get a bit more free upkeep. Our mission was to blockade that port, wasn't it? 3 turns. Those ships need to stay there. Turgon, unfortunately, is probably going to die if the enemy catches him. But keep heading off to Tharagrondos. Let's see if Gondor have actually taken it back.
Approaching quietly.
Latest information. Oh dear, no. Oh no, that is held by Gondor. Sorry, overreaction. No, the Ardenaim definitely still hold Tharagrondos because they're sending troops out. God, you just can't win sometimes, can you?
Your orders.
Right, and then into Gund, which is held by Isengard,
Yes,
but
my lord.
Enedwyth still have a little bit of a holdout.
Here.
Interesting. And Khand are coming again. Khand are going to just keep sweeping across that gap. Of course, the eastern side of Gondor, is falling. Mordor hold both Osgiliath and Caer Andros, so Gondor are really up against it, and where there's very little that can be done. The other alternative, of course, is to actually attack Mordor and just ignore Harad. Because, as expected, Harad now are not walking through Khandish lands. And, as I say, we can deal with Khand till the cows come home. So the other alternative would be to build our army and sail up the Anduin and take Mordor's regions down. So that Gondor gets a bit stronger and we've got an ally that we can rely on. Ah, the Ardenaim have attacked us. Oh, look at that. We can just afford it. Does that mean our building didn't build? Oh, no, and our building built. Ah, now they're at Minas Tirith.
I'd never take
And they've managed to get a load of ships from
It's
somewhere.
an enemy ship. Ships ready.
Right, can you get back and link up with him?
We can go no further.
I'm quite tempted to actually do that, to be honest, because if Gondor falls, this is all for naught anyway. We'll have Mordor streaming into our side, and we absolutely decimate Mordor's armies. Ah, Callie's back. Sorry, you'll have to put up with that for a bit. She's going to be meowing. Oh, hello. It's Elfir! No way! Imrahil lives! Oh, what has gone on there with the UI? I have no idea what that is. That's an odd bug. But our dead generals are not showing in the tree. Oh, well, just ignore that. Oh, look, that one's a knight of the Tirith Ayar. Bizarre. Anyway, Elfir has come of age. I'm not quite a regal portrait, if I do say myself, Elfir. Apologies if she makes noise. She's currently standing right next to the microphone. Right, that's going to be done in 4 turns. I don't actually walk into the microphone, can you? What can we get out of here then? Finally, some units. Seaward Footmen, yes. Seaward Spearmen, yes. I'll take your pikes off your hands. And otherwise, though, that's it. We've already got all the archers that we're going to get. We've still got a long time till the fief units are ready. The army barracks gives us Talon Knights. It's the only real addition from the army barracks. If we can get that fiefdom way station built, actually, that will speed up our recruitment of the fiefdom units substantially. Ah, and then they're retraining. We make 4,000. Let's see what we can do. I can't retrain that Haven Guard. 44 turns! Are you having a G, Raf? How long until you're for Haven Guard already? 5 turns. Right, yeah, let's do that then. Hey, you guys head up there. So we can actually retrain you. And right.
My lord. Approaching.
Ah, they've taken Anulond, and that's now their capital city. Oh dear, Gondor really are
Yes, my
dying.
lord. What is it you wish to discuss?
Oh dear. How much money have you got? Well off. Give me some money. Yes, thank you,
hold us
Chieftain.
at ransom until we meet again.
Ideally, I wanted to ally with you, but it didn't show up in the list, did it? Does that mean that you're allied to someone I'm at war with? Enedwyth, you are allied to the Ardenaim. You are having a G-Raf. Enedwyth have allied our hated enemies, so there's nothing going to be doing there. Oh, Callie, just get off the desk. Go down there. Stop looking at me like that. Ah, cats. I think we have to help Gondor. If we go for Harad now, we'll die. Mordor and the Ardenaim will beat Gondor, and there'll be nothing left. So we are going to have to send our army out. and it's going to head north. But we'll wait until we've got at least those seaward units. So we'll give it a couple of turns. We'll wait about 3 turns, and then we'll move the armies out. We could get free upkeep with you if we move you over there. We get an additional free upkeep, I mean. The archers are retraining, but I think that's their armour, not their... that's their weapon damage, sorry. Not their unit size. I can't believe Gondor is losing Western Gondor to the Ardenaim when the Ardenaim are attacking from a single region. Like, come on, Gondor, where's your blooming backbone? Hold them off, damn it. How has one region been able to muster up that much defence? Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, yes, we absolutely need to help Gondor. If we can... So it's going to be another campaign where we fight against Mordor. But if we can secure the Anduin and keep Gondor safe in the east, that will mean Gondor will then flood into Khand and the Ardenaim. Ah, yes, he does want a wife. Thank you very much. He blockaded our port. That gives us that money.
Foreigners of the fleet!
Combining naval forces.
Admiral Kitbar, Morlane, they're allied, aren't they? So they're going to work together.
That's right.
We might be able to take that one
It's
out.
an enemy ship. Yes, sir. Full sail.
Yeah, because ideally we want to sail up the Anduin rather than walk slowly through Gondor. They're retraining. And Dol Amroth, you training everything? Yes, so in 2 turns our army will march. Ready as it will ever will be. So we can get a unit of Gondor guardsmen as well. That's a good unit to take. Ideally though, cavalry is where it's at. Yeah, we'll take some more cavalry, even though it's only militia. Theland's construction is complete, and it didn't have enough money to upgrade to the port. It should do on the next turn, though. Only the guardsmen to recruit 680. Yeah, that should be just about enough. Linhir's got 2 more turns, but then Linhir's going to be able to upgrade soon. And that's certainly something we want to... How much did that cost? 348. Yeah, that's fine. You're not trading anything, are you? No. You're not going to build anything yet. And the Knight Stables and then the Fiefdom, that's a long way off. Perfect.
My lord.
Yeah, look, they've got nothing. They've got basically nothing here. Right, scouts then. Gondor at least hold that land, but head over there and just make sure that Gondor holds that.
Yes, my
Diplomat, head off to Dunland and sell our rights to them.
Yes.
Let's keep selling. Juggling with the markets. Can't have brought an actual general this time. Battledun. I'm not sure. I'm not sure we've even got 2 turns to wait. You know, I think we might. Our hand might be forced. Oh, I should have moved them in so that I could list them as retrain. I might be able to anyway. How many units are going to complete in that turn? I can't remember. I think we might be able to anyway. I might get them to retrain. But we'll have a solid army, but it's going to lose us money. But if we can take and hold the Osgiliaths, we're in for a right royal... Well, we won't want to hold the Osgiliaths because they constantly crash the game, don't they? I'm not sure that they do, but all of the reports that we ever see of Gondor crashing are always an Osgiliath. The problem really is just that the Osgiliaths, like Minas Tirith in the Isengard last episode, they just stretch the game to its limit, and it is very fragile when you play on those battle maps. And to be honest, I am sort of coming around to the idea of maybe just having one battle map for Osgiliath. It's something that I've been toing and froing in my mind. They've lost Minas Tirith. Well, at least we'll be able to take Minas Tirith. Right, so the army is going to have to march, and Minas Tirith is our target. Oh, we can finally retrain them. But is that sword retraining or not? Theland did build its port. That's perfect. You're going to be ready in a turn. You're going to be ready in a turn. And then the army will march. So, and then the port will then be listed, which is nice. Methras mines will come through in 2 turns. Apologies, this episode has only been a single battle, and it's just going to be me ending turn. But our target is set. The Tola Khan has been called, and Minas Tirith, Londgallan has fallen. Damn, the Ardenaim now border us. Oh, gods above. Gondor, what is going on? They're crappy, filthy Corsair raiders. And there I was thinking after all this time we'd be done and dusted with the Ardenaim.
As you wish.
Oh, God. So we can't allow Gondor to lose these regions, though. That is just an... Well, that's annoying that just looking around the map in this area can cause the game to crash. That is a bizarre one again, and I would most likely chalk down to exactly as I just mentioned, with the game sort of stressing itself too much. There must be a lot on the screen in this area, and that causes it to wig out. Is the only guess I've got, because when it crashes in that way where it says Medieval 2 has encountered an unspecified error, That actually means, what that means is that your crash log won't give you any indication as to what is causing a crash. The only time that sometimes it does is that the crash log gives you down to the millisecond when an event and a crash happens. And so if the crash happens at the 42nd millisecond of a second, and the event directly preceding it happened in the 40th millisecond of a second, then there's a good bet that that event crashed the game. But the unspecified error it does exactly what it says on the tin. It's an error that the game doesn't know how to quantify, so it doesn't know why it crashed.
Ready your weapons.
So it gives you that crappy information. Unfortunately. Right, so we're taking all of you. We're going to leave behind the Amrothian Guardsmen, leave the Methrust one, and head out. We're going to start losing money, almost certainly, by the way, because when all of these armies come out, that'll be our day done. Right, I take you. I'd much rather take you 4, which will be up to there, which gives us 5 more spaces. But Adrian's coming with us as well. And you might as well take them, I suppose. And then with the army from that fort, which we won't pick up till we pass it, that's our Minas Tirith Reclamation army. You can train, just any troops will be good because you're right up against the border now. And likewise, if I can use this money to just pad out our garrisons. Speaking of garrisons, oh Cand, what are you doing? Attack me on the bridge like you're supposed to. Bastards. Those 2 units there, I'd like to ship them over to Atheland, which I don't think we'll actually be able to get free upkeep with them. No, it won't. But I'd much rather... I'll tell you what, go in that fort there, actually. Yeah. We'll get free upkeep on them, at least. Can't retrain anything here yet, but we can get a unit of Farmhand Pikes in. Yes, let's do that. Tell you what, then take the Guardsmen with you as well, actually. You all go in that fort over there, so we'll get free upkeep on you, but we're going to pull all 3 of you out, and that is going to be very costly. That's going to be where we lose our money. Ah, Gondor are back. Oh, if only I can help, but I just don't have anything that I can help with. I'm very tempted to kill off you 2 because it's just a little bit more money, but and look at this. They're back with a bloody vengeance. Kill him off. Kill him off. Close victory. We need to keep at least some naval presence there. That's the problem, because if they blockade our docks, we lose so much money. I can't believe that Cand have just wandered around Lynn here, and they're just coming into the Heartlands from that side. So we're going to have to bloody well fight them as well. Diplomat, you're in Dunnan now.
Without question. What is it you wish to discuss?
Do the same little deal. I'm sure they'll say yes. Yeah.
Acceptable until we meet
more
again.
trade rights. Who's next? Bree? Have we made contact with Bree?
As you
won't be able to cross there. You're going to have to go the long way around.
Tomorrow.
We'll keep heading him north.
Here.
Faction announcements. Durthor is a harsh judge, Durthor is a military advisor, and Durthor is a librarian. And who is this Durthor of which you speak? Ah, the gentleman in Linhir. Linhir might be attacked, but that doesn't really matter. We've got our biggest 2 armies on the screen there. So it's, of course, playing as Dol Amroth, we get a lot of use out of Minas Tirith. We get quite a few units from it that Gondor would otherwise be Gondor-specific units. So taking Minas Tirith and the Osgiliaths and Caer Andros, indeed, gives us a fair few troops, actually. And we should be able to hold Mordor much easier than Gondor did. And that is just the key here. We need to take away one of Gondor's enemies. And the best one to take away is Mordor, because they're the most powerful. The Ardenaim, granted, are a bit of a pain in Gondor's backside at the moment, but that's only because Gondor is wholly focusing on Mordor. So, if we can deal with the threat from Mordor, then Gondor will be able to focus on the Ardenaim and on Cand, and that will relieve a lot of stress on us. But our army is a long way away.
Captain of Gondor. Forward.
But we will move as much as we can each turn. We get you guys free. Oh wow, we're losing so much money. Just as Linhir is ready to upgrade, we now start losing money. We got our Knight Stables, we got our mining network, but we lost the port at Tolfalas.
Mariners of the
Did
fleet!
you guys get any money? No. And we're losing 3,000 gold coins out of nowhere now. Oh, it's because Linhir's been attacked, isn't it? Right, so we'll end on a battle then. We'll take down the forces of Cand. Oh, they've started to get nomad units. But it's still mostly cavalry against an anti-cavalry army, so it'll be alright.
Break their will.
And we'll be rising up out of the settlement. But it's just damned annoying that they want to attack Linhir so much, but they've realised that coming at me from the bridge isn't really the best way. So they're walking all the way around just to attack the city now. That just makes no sense. Oh, I've clicked start battle straight away and the gate's all the way over here. That's alright. Right, out we go. Speed her up. What we're going to do is take the 3 or 4 archers, actually. Oh, that's good. You're going to be group number 1, and then you can all just group together as one, actually. It's a shame that pike battalion doesn't have full strength, actually. And then you're on the edge. Right, out we go. The enemy has very kindly pulled far away from here, and they've given us the opportunity that we need to shoot them. The enemy is almost wholly made up of cavalry, and we have fantastic anti-cavalry divisions, as I've already mentioned. So this should be a relative doddle, to be honest. But we will wait until everyone's out. The last few pike and guard units are just making their way out. The last one's coming there. Lebanon Marines. Another nice unit. Good anti-cav unit with javelins as well. Oh, and there's some more pikemen who hadn't made it out yet. Is that everyone now? Farmhand pikemen are about to show their quality as they, for the first time I think in all of my YouTube career, I am actually using them. Right, we'll wait until those units are all together or they form a really weird stringy walking line. So we're just going to wait for them to maneuver. And once they're in position, then the army will march. We'll go for a bit of a new horseshoe, I think. Because obviously almost all of their forces are cavalry, and so they're going to be flanking like it's nobody's business. And they've got quite a lot of ranged cavalry as well, so let's pause it. Let's have it at time 6 when we unpause those. So, farmhand pikemen, you're going to take that left-hand side. Amrothian pikemen, you're not going to take that left-hand side. Guardsmen will take the next slot. And then guardsmen down the centre. And then pikes over here. Oh, look, she's back again. Callie, I gave you breakfast ages ago. And then you go in there as well. Right, and then archers form in the centre, if you would. And Lebanon Marines, we'll have you here, and then you'll plug the front lines when the time comes. And General, come and stand at the back. Right, off we go. If we can get the pikes in position before the archers fire, we should be able to. Oh, the enemy's moving forward a bit. But no, not much. It's right, our units are on screen now. So we're in position. Oh, no, we're not. The last of you that aren't in position yet, just run so that you get there. There we are. Archers, you are all to target that blob of Candish Raiders because they're going to decimate our units. We can otherwise keep this at time 6. The battle will be an easy victory. The enemy will get absolutely annihilated. So it is just if our archers can deal with this sort of blob of death over here. We've lost 10%, but they've lost 30. Front line, don't be in defensive mode. And new pikes that you're not actually getting attacked, so curl in and hit them. Javelins hit those step archers.
The enemy general abandons his men.
We can get you to come and assist. Enemy general's running away. Move over there. Oh, it's just the cavalry archers. That's the one unit of Can that will actually do damage here, and they've got millions of them. I tell you what, actually, we could use you to just chase them away. Oh, but I don't want you to die. You have a very specific bridge battle-based purpose. Fireman Pikeman did well. Ah, that unit's running away. You go for them. You go for them. Ah, no, you go for the Marauders, and then you cut in and hit the Marauders as well. Pike line down. It's just going to be those Raiders. We're just going to have to fight against them forever and a day. Alright, archers. So stop what you're doing. Go into wide formation. And come and stand in front of them. I should have put you in wide formation ages ago. Come on, Galley. Right, other than the archers, everything else is running away. So... ah, they're running away as well. So everything else, pull out so you don't get shot by the archers. They've got some step archers that are fighting on. They've got some... the Raider Cav has stopped shooting us and is now charging in. Those step archers will run away very easily. Shaken.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
I need you all to shoot those Raiders over there, please. Oh, they're actually fighting now. How are you doing, General? Send them in to assist. There we go, that's all them routing. You come and help all these guys. They're running. They're running. 296. 140 kills, Royal Swan Guard. What? Dear, oh dear. 140 kills, Royal Swan Guard. I can't believe the General got the most kills. Didn't think I even really used him. Kill them all. We're gonna have to fight that so many times over, though. Let's hope they don't have too many raiders. Archer cavalry is the bane of our lives. I don't really want to merge, though. I want to keep the armies sustained, and then we can. We're losing a lot less now, but we are still losing a lot of money. Until we arrive at Minas Tirith, we're going to lose all the money.
Let us set up camp.
No, but we're only 3 turns away. Actually, that's not too bad at all, is it?
Assail the enemies of Gondor.
No, that's not too bad at all. And the linear army will be able to deal with both of those. I can't really retrain much of it anyway. Not that we have the money to do it in any event, but we can pop them all down. There is nothing that I can do to get more money other than kill off some of Adrihil's army, but we need everything that Adrihil has to take and hold Minas Tirith, and then some. We got 2 units there we can put in a fort. That will help. Takes it down a little bit. Don't bother with those. Send the pikes out. Actually, we don't want them in the town. Similarly, let's put the untrained ones in there and send you up to that one, and I'll take the guardsmen as well. Guardsmen, you go to that fort over there.
March to exhaustion, continuing later.
And we'll get them for free as well. Longallan held. The Ardenheim just getting massive. They're getting troops so quickly. Gondor is getting absolutely overrun.
Yes, my lord. Yes, without question.
Strong possibility this campaign will end in disaster, because the Ardenheim has somehow managed to resurge despite all the odds. And Gondor is dying a death. But we'll give you one last end turn, and then I will end it there. Oh, Gondor, that's a massive army. Attack Longallan. Take it back. As soon as I can plug the gap at Minas Tirith, that will be Gondor's Eastern Woes controlled. And then, of course, taking Osgiliath is key. I don't think we have enough troops to defend both positions. But I've never known Gondor to fall this quickly. Well, I mean, I have. It's such a roll of the dice. Sometimes Gondor will be really powerful, and they'll take on the whole world, but it just requires the correct settings. In this instance, Gondor is now... The Ardenheim are actually attacking Gondor. Khand moving into their realm, which is making them at least send troops to try and stop that, which is diverting troops away from the front line. Mordor has absolutely overrun them, and Isengard now boarded them as well, who are at war with their ally, which will make them think twice about that as well, because obviously they want to try and help their ally where they can. So it's just a bit of a... It's an all-round bugger, to be honest, isn't it? It's an all-round bugger. We get 2 units of free upkeep if we stay there. What I'm thinking of doing is taking basically the entire army and moving into the fort, so we get 4 units of free upkeep. And I am going to do that. We're going to leave behind Durthor, and we're going to leave 1 other unit behind. We'll go with the guardsmen, I think. The rest of you move into the fort. So we get 4 free upkeep there now, with those 2 still free. The guardsmen are going to go into that fort, which will make that free. The spy's just going to stay there to see what happens. Look at the Ardenheim are just on a mad one. And the diplomat keeps moving.
My lord.
Can you cross the river now? Yes.
As you
nice.
wish.
Keep going north.
Stopping here.
Nethellan built its port. That will help. That will help with trade substantially. So that's nice. So hopefully we should see, yes, that we actually can now curtail it. So as long as we can keep them in that fort, we can make money. And we're only 2 turns away from Minas Tirith. Oh, I'm going to go again. I'm so eager to get to Minas Tirith. And look, Gondor, oh, if I can just get to Minas Tirith, if we can just shut Mordor out, Gondor will rejuvenate. Gondor will absolutely annihilate Khand. They absolutely outclass them. And the Ardenheim won't be able to throw troops at us forever and a day, and it's a long time before they'll get their own proper troops. So we're only dealing with Corsairs and Gondor militia. And if Gondor can throw their full military might into the Ardenheim, they'll take back those lands. The problem will come if Isengard attack them. They may already have done so, actually. I mean, if Isengard attack them, then this is just over. If Gondor dies, we're out. We're not going to be able to take on Khand, Harad, Ardenai, Mordor, and Isengard all in one campaign.
Cowards!
And they did what I expected them to do. So now we're going to have to attack them again from this side. But that was rather what I was hoping they might do.
Maintain order! March, men!
You are now but a turn from Minas Tirith. To be honest, what I think I would rather do is lose the town and then take it back. But then there's a risk that they'll sack a load of the buildings, and we don't want any of that. But we definitely want that to be built as soon as possible. You're never going to retrain, and we're losing money because we got sieged. We got besieged, rather. Gondor's still not going for Long Gallant. You need to take it down, Gondor. You need to start dropping the enemy. But I really can't be bothered to fight that battle. It's just going to be another easy win. This time they don't even have archer cavalry. 2 units of archer cavalry and the general in the whole army. And then it's mostly ground forces. Archers. So they've got 4 archers in the entire army. It's ridiculous. It's just such a terrible army. I really wanted to go another turn, but I don't want them to take it. And they will take it if we wait another turn. Because they'll get their siege equipment. Oh no, they've only just sieged it, haven't they, actually? They've only just besieged it. So... Oh, but look, they've got more trash coming in. There's just trash bloody everywhere. If only you could
Yes, my lord.
force Khand and
Without
Harad to break their alliance and go to
Yes.
war.
Without question.
How different this campaign would have been if the Blue
I
Wizards
shall
had
continue
done
tomorrow.
as we'd all hoped and got Khand on side. But I really wanted to get up there and see. I'm going to end the turn again. No! Oh, it's Gondor. Yes, it's Gondor. And Aranal, you have a massive army. Ooh. I'm going to auto-resolve and clear. Yes, Gondor! You beautiful bastards! You've finally done something useful. I can't believe it. Glory be! Ending turn was the perfect idea. Oh, this is going to be so useful. If we can just shut Mordor down. You don't understand. Well, you probably do, and then some, because I'm average at this game. If Gondor go up against Khand, they will annihilate them. If we can just give Gondor the momentum. If we could take Lon Gallan and sell that back as well, but we can't do that. We just don't have the money. We are so financially bereft of money. That was way too many words to say that we are bereft of funds. Bereft, to be without. To be without, I think... it doesn't just mean to not have. I think it means to there's an additional qualifier to that. I want to say that it means to not have something where you used to or where you should. Right, let's come out of force march of double speed, so that if we bump into anything, we can cancel his movement without losing it. Like, for example, a Mordor army attacking on that bridge. Hello, Captain Nazrold.
Assail the enemies of Gondor!
Yeah, that's what I bloody
Never shall
thought.
they return.
Right, here we go. It begins.
I'm gonna stick you.
Mordor's amassed might standing here before Minas Tirith. We will reclaim these lands. If we can take back Minas Tirith, that is it. Gondor do not border Mordor. And then it is just us. And we have the strength and power to deal with that, but it is not going to be for this episode. That's going to have to be next time, I am afraid. Because I'm not mentally ready in this episode to take on 4 full battle armies of Mordor trash, which is what stands before us. But we will decimate them and then some. We're going to have to fight the fight of our lives. Calamir, you can bugger off. I've got this. Dol Amroth and Gondor. But for now, that is going to end this episode. But the next episode will go up tomorrow, so you won't have to wait too long. But it's hotting up. If that army turned on Khand, imagine the damage it would do. But it is for us to now shut down Mordor's advances. And we make money. So as long as we're not sieged too much, besieged too much, I keep using the wrong word, we will be all right. We will get our funds back. We will build our buildings. We will move on. And we will be all right. But we just really need Gondor to take the Ardenheim lands down before. And let's just one final check. We're not at war with Isengard yet. And interestingly, Ened Wyth are allied to the Ardenheim and Harad and Khand, bizarrely. So they're now... oh no, sorry, I'm on the wrong one. Ened Wyth are allied to the Ardenheim only. And Ened Wyth are at war with Isengard. So the Ardenheim might step in and help them with their fight against Isengard. And that would be bloody deal. But for now, that is going to have to end this episode. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And despite the fact that we are going to be fighting the hordes of Mordor again, there's more purpose to it this time. And I'm not actually as bothered. I really want to, because I want to have Minas Tirith. I really want to have Minas Tirith. It's the location I always like to own in this game. I don't know why. But anyway, that's going to conclude this one. So thank you very much for watching, if indeed you have. And until we speak again, Navair and Adem Pedamad Melonin, and farewell.